philosophy for G2.iG, but even worse with the Abaddon and Ench on top. The damage issues are going to shine here.
Oh, absolutely. We'll see the good luck have fun's coming out from X-Nova and Echoes. Tough times here for Team Aster. We'll see if this anti-mage last pick is going to work out in their favor. I don't know, Jada. You know me, I never have faith in this hero. Never. It just hasn't changed to me at all. We'll see. G2.iG going with a more tried and tested carry in the Void. I certainly feel a lot more comfortable about that. It really is going to be a matter of how do you deal with these kind of tanky boys, like so much heal available through the Sunray and even the Ench with the Nature's Attendants, and then you've got this Abaddon. We shall see. Team Aster surely have a bit of a game plan here. Is JT going to scout out for a ward? Does place a sticker down. Very nice.
He's having too much fun. Every time he does that, he's just having fun.
Yeah.
He's
good old JT.
Very cheeky. I'm curious about JT's build here. I think there's always the option for like Echo Saber Harpoon for JT. Maybe durability stacking up. Something like the Vlads. Abaddon's a really good carrier of. There's a lot of ways to kind of get that done. Still plump up on Monet.
The battle begins.
He'll be able to time walk away. But Boca, they were able to get a 2-for-2 trade in the bounties anyway. So it was a nice even start between these two teams once again. So we are going to see that AM, a horrible set, by the way. Jonathan looks atrocious. I believe that is a ninja AM set of some sort. Very, very ugly.
It's okay. I think the shurikens are kind of funny. The mask is weird, but I guess it's a cool Oni mask, but still kind of weird for a ninja. They don't run around wearing conspicuous masks. Still, AM is a very conspicuous hero anyway, and he is going to be laning up against JT and Boboka on that Ench and Abaddon. And this lane, again, early levels aren't going to feel the best, but they do have some good play. Level 1 Flame Break here for Picho. So, is just going to try for the pullbacks, but the... I mean, we talked about Batrider being best with Centaur. I do not think it lines up that well with AM. Again, there's some options. Like when they're out of mana and you run down with Mana Break, getting more slows, you can try to actually go for Firefly here, Picho, but it's not... It's also a little bit risky. Like, if any of the other side still has mana, you have to deal with Nature's Attendants, you have to deal with Aphotic Shield, there's turnaround play for Curse of Avernus as well. I think ideally you just want this to end up being a farming lane, which it should be for a while. Still, taking a look at that mid lane as well. Nothing to say and Echo up against each other on the Kunkka Ember. And this is still Kunkka favored. There is some counterplay on the Ember. Your Flame Guard isn't going to burn out, but... it's just free harassment for nothing to say. He doesn't care too much with Tidebringer.
Absolutely does not. Of course, top lane as well. You've got the Void here. Monet and X-Nova against Super and Shengsu. Seems like a pretty good lane for the Mars. I mean, we haven't really seen Mars losing too many lanes as of late. And this seems to be another lane that the Mars will have a pretty decent time in. Monet probably going to have a decent time as well. I mean, this top lane... I could see a couple kills happening here and there, but chances are they should be alright.
Yeah, pretty stable for the Faceless Void, especially as you hit level 3. You're just going to have either the 1-1-1 or the Time Walk at level 2, and that should allow you to dodge out pretty much most of the burst window that you're looking for here. So, going to be a more passive lane for G2.iG, but they shouldn't be pressured out here as well. The initial farm is lining up, though, for the side of Aster. Just getting quite a fair bit more in clears, although Super...
Oh, there's no time lock available, so Super's going to be just fine to get away. Just hasn't even skilled up the time lock, pretty standard these days with the Faceless Void. Super, he does TP back towards his tier 1 tower, so he did want to try and go for the Healing Lotus, and it seems like he'll be able to get away with it. They just kind of let him have it. So, kind of heads up play to not go all the way back to the fountain. He's going to be able to slowly heal his way up with a Tango anyway. Again, does get that Healing Lotus just in case he needed it. Pretty even start so far between both these sides. Again, I think the one thing is to point out is the fact that JT is probably having the best time on the map right now on this offlane Abaddon, which is somewhat to be expected, even against the AM. I don't think JT cares. You know, the mana drain's annoying, but who gives a crap? He's got Curse of Avernus, he'll be right.
Yeah, and as long as he gets the Aphotic Shield on any debuff that Picho is trying to throw out, you're, again, fairly happy here. Baboka's been doing a great job of harassing back with this really nice Chain Lightning creep. And no point in the counterspell yet, so it is decent chip damage coming out from this Harpy Stormcrafter. Just allows the space for JT to feel comfy here. On the side of Aster, you're not being slowed down on Erica, so you're still happy as well on the AM. Again, most of the lanes feel pretty farm heavy for the most part, outside of mid, where it can be a little bit more back and forth. And you are getting a little bit more out here from Echo. Not by a huge margin, but that can say is still keeping up. And again, it just feels like the laning phase is just very safe for both sides, although X-Nova cops a little bit of damage, but again, it's too far out. Just back to farm.
Absolutely. What kind of build-up... Oh, in fact, I was going to ask what kind of build-up we see on the offlane Abaddon, but he is going for the Diffusal Blade route, which is interesting to say the least. Not quite what I was expecting, but it does kind of feel busted. Like inhibit into Curse of Avernus does seem rather disgusting. This top lane, Monet, X-Nova. Monet going to get caught out here by a stun. Does cop a spear as well. Still can time walk away. In fact, he'll go forward onto Super, and Super's the one to go down. Monet able to get first blood and now gets a double kill. Alright, Monet. Balls of steel to just jump back in. And it really does pay off. A double kill plus the first blood bonus.
I'm a little bit surprised that's the move that Aster opts for, rotating up top, trying to get some pressure on. I don't think there's a need to apply that pressure here either. And you are all kind of waiting for like more levels to be up, level 6s to be up, and a couple of cores to start playing. And I'll try on nothing to say a little bit.
He's going to get an X-Torrent off onto the Ember. In fact, that's a lot of damage being dealt onto Echoes, but nothing to say. He's actually still alive. He'll Fairy Fire up and run. Echo's the one to go down. On this game around, it seems like G2.iG, they've made the call for the supports to be ready whenever to TP into the mid lane to ensure the Kunkka does not die like last game. And with that, they should be able to secure power runes as well. They will spawn up top, and nothing to say, he'll be able to pick up the illusion for himself.
Yeah, it's opening up a lot of space, this focus on Aster and trying to get movement out from their supports. Every single time these lanes left alone start to build up more, JT just runs down Erica. You can see the threat of that Curse of Avernus at level 3 now. A lot of pain for Erica to have to deal with. And it's like you said, the diffusal buildup on this Abaddon is going to be amazing into the Manta, so he just wants to be as annoying as possible. Shengse up top.
They're getting caught out by the boat of nothing to say. Shengse gonna go for a bit of a run, but X-Nova, he'll have the follow-up damage. The gold will be split between the three anyway. Another nice pickup for G2.iG and for Team Aster. They are yet to pick up their first kill of the game.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit worrisome. 0-4. You're trying to play this almost mid-game tempo on the side of Aster. You're gonna have to like get this build up on Erica to get his Battle Fury. Even then, how often the AM shows up in this game is up in the air. I don't think you're looking for AM activity at all in this game, unless there's an opportunistic kill. You will just play a standard AM split push, maybe try to assassinate the back line, and just farm. So you're relying really on Echo and Shengse to kind of do something here. And you're just not at that comfy point yet. Even the phase boots for Echo, not quite done. 7.5 minutes in. Nothing to say, already confident enough to rotate.
Oh. They'll go for it. The Bat Rider now. He's as good as dead. There is no surviving that. JT to pick up the kill. Boy, oh boy, this is a much more dominant game from G2.iG for Game 2. As they look towards the bottom Tier 1 tower. All three cores of G2.iG at the top of the net worth, board. It's a pretty concerning start for Team Aster, because with the way their draft works, you'd kind of hope they would be ahead after the laning stage, but that does not seem to be the case.
No, certainly not. They haven't even managed to build up the triangle for themselves. You know, some of that flash farm that you want to find for your AM or your Bat Rider, not going to be there. So a very quick surprise blink timing for Picho is not lined up here. And that is concerning because the Batrider is going to start to feel like dead weight if it doesn't find a blink by, say, 15 minutes. Even then, that's also, it feels kind of rough. Realistically, we're looking at maybe a 17-minute blink, unless they start finding some fights lining up their way and, you know, just allow Picho to eat some space up, which I suppose they're reaching that time where they can. Like, Echo at least has his phase boots up, so there's some more damage coming in on the Sleight of Fist. And they can try to play off the back of that just with the Wave of Terror minus armor to kind of amp up his damage as well. But look at G2.iG. JT just invading that top jungle. No care in the world. Has the pocket skill point for borrowed time as well. And he's just taking camps away. Like, these are resources they desperately need here on Aster.
They're going to group up here, trying to go after the Abaddon. JT does have the borrowed time skilled up now. Does use it. More heroes incoming. JT completely surrounded. Surely no way out. Eventually he will get caught. So getting punished for this very aggressive position on the Abaddon, and I think Team Aster will be very happy seeing that one die.
Yeah, nice pick up the find for themselves. A very important one to feed away even onto Picho. Again, blink timing for Batrider is going to be key here. Nothing to say.
Getting caught out, or rather Super's getting caught out. Look at a Vengeful Spirit kill for their trouble. But Boker in the meantime, almost going down to the Sleight of Fist of Echoes, but Echoes forced to run away. Gets a little bit unlucky with the Power Rune spawn as well, because it is going to be up top. The Amp Damage Rune, now for nothing to say, being applied for the bottle. G2.iG, they'll just walk away with a 3k net worth advantage. You've still got a Faceless Void on your side of things, so you're more than happy to just play the farm game. Even against an AM, it's... I can't remember the last time I saw an AM win a game.
It's been a while. I don't think this here has been winning all too much when we've seen it. And it's not like the AM has the best matchups here. Like, AM at the Faceless Void isn't particularly great, especially if you're under net worth. At equal net worth, it can work in a vacuum once you drain the Faceless Void of mana, but it's never a vacuum, of course, in real scenarios in the game. So I'm wondering what exactly they want here out of Erica. They are starting to group up down bot. And JT, he does have a Yasha for chase, wanting the fast Manta for that easy Curse of Avernus. They don't have the jump available just yet.
They were about to jump JT there, but they do decide better of it. Nothing to say, even going to show up here on the Kunkka. Does land a torrent onto Erica. They've got the X off as well. Erica going to try and blink away, but he's just down. Oh, what a beautiful setup from Nothing to Say. Just using the torrent to ensure that there was no chance of a counterspell coming out to block the X. Very unfortunate for Erica. That is not going to feel good when you're already behind.
No, certainly not. And that's the big kill they'd want to really just shut down here. Prevent that AM from having this really nice Battle Fury timing. I mean, it's not like it's a nice timing already if he was just not slowing down here, but making the game as hellish as possible for the side of Aster. For Aster's part, the Mage Slayer for Echo is going to be a big key and starting to find some easier kills, along with a Blink and Vlad's of Shungsa, but it's still a ways off. Like, they're just not finding that farm. It's almost the same story as Game 1, except G2.iG just coming out of the lanes running.
There we go, JT again to be targeted. He is completely alone down in this bottom lane, so he should be set to fall. Does have borrowed time, will go for a TP play. Can they not cancel? No, they can. Mana Void available. Arena down. It's just the amount of commitment you have to commit here against JT is the problem, I think. That's another time where you commit 4 heroes for the Abaddon. And everyone else on G2.iG are just across the map farming.
I mean, Faceless Void is just building up freely. There's no contest up top. They're allowed to siege onto mid. Might be able to find something.
Perhaps.
They commit.
Not really. They just throw the magic missile out onto the Wild Wing Ripper, trying to just get rid of the creeps, but the G2.iG successfully are able to retreat. In fact, they're moving back in. Monet just picked up the Maelstrom, so he wants to go for a fight. Super does get caught. Will turn around for a stun. Monet does not seem to be done yet, though. He's getting no bashes out on this Void. Will turn back towards Super. Still not getting a bash. But eventually Super will go for a cheeky little swap and does die anyway.
Trying to stall as best they can. the mid-siege does pay off for the side of G2.iG. And the response here from Aster is, it's not at the point where it needs to be. It is just a farm game right now. Just going back, getting that build up. Heck, Picho has not even queued up the Blink. He's just going for a utility Bat Rider now into the Solar Crest, the generic support item that is in favor in this meta. Just more durability. I worry about this timing that's coming out in JT. Once the Manta is up, you are in for hell. It's easy applications of Curse of Avernus, easy siege, easy everything. Yeah, Abaddon can be quite an oppressive figure with some good farm here.
Oh, it goes. We'll try to move in onto Monet. Keep in mind they still have the Chrono up. Monet caught in an arena, but no, the Chrono catching 4 heroes. Monet just turning at the right moment. They might still get him, but the egg does explode and he gets away! Oh, the timing! The egg just exploding, allowing him to time walk. 3 down. Team Aster, they are getting nothing. Absolutely nothing.
That is just great calculations out from G2.iG. Really clean coordination to execute that. And also managing to waste some spells. Like, you're down Arena. You're not going to be too comfy coming back in. You don't have Lasso yet as well. Your stacks get cleared out. G2.iG are just oppressive. There's no play for Aster at all. And I suppose you're at the point where Erica with a Battle Fury can start to think about the Manta and split push to stall the game. The issue with stalling the game here is it feels like you're then putting that pressure onto Echo to scale up on the Ember. And sure, Mage Slayer is a good starting point, but it feels like he needs so much. He needs a carry with him. And I just don't see Erica showing up anytime soon for at least like 5 minutes minimum, 10 minutes more realistically here. You've got the Manta flying out for JT. He's going back for the Diffusal Blade now. With a Manta, I mean, you leave this guy alone, you're going to lose a tier 2. Heck, you could even lose a tier 3 if JT's just left completely unchecked.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Now
attack.
he's just doing whatever the hell he wants.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire structures.
They will indeed continue pushing the bottom tier 2 tower. TP's incoming from Super. You've also got the Bat Rider around. So JT seems to want to try and chase that bat.
Is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Top lane, Echoes. Will find himself a Phoenix. X-Nova does have the egg if he wants to commit. Monet's going to move in. Chrono is not up, but he gets the time locks off. Echo's about 1 hit away from dying, and Monet just still chasing him down. We'll let him go. Oh, Echoes, no! Oh, he gets lucky.
Ooh.
Oh, he was clenching those butt cheeks for a moment, I'll tell you, John. It's always scary going for the TP in front of a void like that.
And it can. Fortunately, no first hit bash coming out there for Monet. Does get to bail out, but still oppressive Picho.
Yeah. Alright, he's going to be able to 5-fly away. Time walk forward from Monet.
Tower is under attack.
Right, heroes incoming. Like, you do have the Mars around. Lasso is out. They've got the Void. Arena down. Spear out. Sunray keeping him
healing.
alive, though. Monet! He's going to stay alive. X-Nova and Baboka with the heals coming out. Keep him alive just barely. Now, they're playing so on edge here with this Void. But somehow he just keeps making it.
And they know how far they can push their limits. Again, it's that regen lineup kicking into gear. Heck, if JT was around, that wouldn't even be an issue with the Aphotic Shield. Roshan does not take too long with the Abaddon Manta illusions here. And that is going to be a big take for G2.iG to solidify their lead here. 2-13, 10k lead up. Secondary life on Monet. Not that he needs it so far, considering how well he's been playing on edge and how well his team has been backing him up. Aster, I don't know what to say. I think this last pick AM really just isn't cutting it for them. Like, Erica is doing a fine job farming. He's at parity with JT, but that means nothing right now.
Where are these bashes for Monet? Like, Super has not been bashed once in like 6 hits, and he's just gonna TP away. He's fine. The 24% by ass. But what is this?
Yeah, no. I think Time Lock's the last non-PRNG bash in the game. Maybe along with... I know Greater Bash is PRNG. So, it does have scaling odds. I think I recall for a time lock was not. Picho?
And they'll find themselves Picho. The Bat Rider about to drop, gets the lasso off thanks to the arena of Sheng Tzu, but it's still not enough. He is going to die. Nobody is dying from G2.iG. There is just no damage. Sheng Tzu now going to get followed by Monet. They'll also have Super controlled up here thanks to JT. That'll be another 2 going down. Monet's committed the Chrono. He's got the Mars. 3 down once again for Team Aster. And even with all the space that they're buying for Echoes and Erica, they are still very far behind.
Yeah, it's just not lining up. Erica's the only real farmed core they have here on Aster. Everyone else is equal farm with Popoka. Not a good sign when your Mars and your Ember are at about parity with the Enchantress on the enemy team. The Manta for Erica should again start the stall game out. But that's all we expect from this AM. Like, it's just stall with Manta split push. Full Ags up and running on, nothing to say, even more disruptiveness in the middle of the team fight. And again, the siege with Abaddon does not take long. This is so dumb. This here is so dumb.
It can be pretty stupid. Probably going to be even dumber once he gets the disperser up.
Legitimately, Abaddon just does everything. Just a little bit too much of everything. You want someone to tank the front line, provide some insane passive healing, just get your Ags. You want to just run people down, go for this build. You know, unless you have a really good lane matchup for it, it's oppressive. And JT is showing that once more.
The Abaddon Ags is actually one of my favorites. It's kind of ridiculous how long you can keep someone alive.
So dumb.
But he's not going to go for it though. He is playing core Abaddon. Sheng Tzu does pop the arena, actually gets a spear onto JT. JT's outside of the arena. Doesn't matter though. Giga Chad will take it to the face and onto the tier 2 mid tower they go. No problem.
Yep. Just gonna melt. Like this push. It's so dumb. How does the curse apply to buildings?
Why not, John? You can curse a building, surely.
Well, no. Like, maybe you should be able to bash buildings as well. Don't you think?
I mean, why not? Why the hell not? If they can attack you, John, I feel like you should be able to bash them.
Oh god. There goes the tier 3 mid. You are seeing Picho trying to trying to keep the creep waves away as best as possible up top. But it's not gonna stop this. Like, JT is just, he does not care.
Absolutely not. More sprays being placed here by our Abaddon. JT's having the greatest time of his life. I was saying this during the last ESL One Kuala Lumpur, but it feels like you need a guy like this in the team. Like a JT just kind of brings smiles to the faces of all the players here in G2.iG. Very important.
Yeah. You know, I'm trying to recall, like, JT's older teams. He wasn't this crazy. Yeah, I mean, he was playing good, but, you know, he wouldn't be spraying all the time, just doing some crazy stuff up front.
He's
really
kind of
come
lost
into his own.
Yeah.
He has. It might have been, you know, marriage for the man. Just freeing him for some
Definitely
reason.
marriage. Chrono came out from Monet. They found the Ember. That'll be Echo's gone. Super will follow. They are on to the Bat Rider. No GG call coming out yet, but I'm pretty sure it'll come soon. So the buybacks are flying in. They've got themselves Sheng Tzu now. Sheng Tzu is gone. And GG is called. Super has seen enough. That G2.iG, a dominant 2-0 victory. What are you laughing about, John? What happened?
I was just thinking. You know, G2.iG yesterday in their match did manage to give us a series that was about 40 minutes. They speedrun this time, and that's like 48 minutes series total.